same size,
Okay, here we
roughly
go.
the same weight, and roughly the same age.
Right.
Number one, if you got a call to do the next exhibition match with Tyson, would you do it?
Of course.
Of course.
To box Mike Tyson? I would love that.
Here we go. This
I
is
would
a
love
Vlad
that. Are you kidding? Are
TV
you
world
kidding me?
premiere.
No, just how
Michael Jai White agrees to box Mike Tyson.
Of course. Why would I not do something
You
like
would
that?
agree to it.
Are you
100%.
kidding? Like, why would I not?
Okay, so here's the next question. Do you think he would win?
Yeah, of course I think I would win.
Okay, you can't kick him.
No, I know.
Let me just put that out there. It's not a UFC fight.
Right.
This is strictly boxing.
Yeah.
Boxing gloves, no groundwork.
Dude, if he whooped my ass, I would laugh at the whole scenario. Because, dude, man, I don't mind. To be able to box Mike Tyson, I like living my life. I would never turn down an opportunity like that. Like, think about it, Vlad. I get in the ring with all these people. I've been boxing champions like, Layman Brewster. Like,
you've been sparring champion.
No. See,
you haven't actually gotten into a professional fight with these guys, right? Is that true though?
Here's what you don't understand. You understand sparring is fighting. When you get ready for a fight, you spar. Do you not?
You wear headgear though.
No,
right?
No. It depends on who you are.
And you usually have bigger gloves, right?
Yeah. Well, when you're fighting,
when you're sparring, you usually have headgear and bigger gloves.
You're fighting when you're sparring. Think about this for a second. Everybody who fights spars first.
Correct.
Some people spar at a fighting level. Some people spar at more of a control level. It's a gentleman's agreement. But
right.
That's just what it is.
But what I'm saying is, with a lack of headgear and lighter gloves, the potential for damage is much higher.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of course. Especially just the whole scenario, the whole situation. Personally, like, I've been one of those gym fighters. I love going to people's spot, and I feel like they're better in their own gym. So I've been a gym fighter for a long time. So yeah, I mean, if I had a chance to, my preference is, hey, you getting ready for a fight, I'll go to your gym and spar you. That's what I've done that since I was a kid. I mean, in looking, like, I look forward to, like, being beaten. Basically, it's like every time I learn more of my defeats than my successes, right? Like, I always like to be wrong. Whenever I'm wrong, I learn something new. So same thing with in the ring.
Michael Jai White is the most cockiest 0-0 fighter of all time. This man has no fights. It's a professional sparrer talking about sparring people where they're best at, and that makes them a better person. You know what makes a lot of people better is athletic competition against the most elite fighters in the world. And Dana White would easily break a bag on you because of your star power coming into the sport. I want to see Michael Jai White get into one MMA fight. You know what I mean? He's a good athlete. I mean, and he's really good with the philosophy and, techniques and stuff, but that doesn't mean competitively he could do it, on an elite level. And I think he's full of cap. I think Mike Tyson would beat the shit out of Michael Jai White, and he could never convince me, because he's never competed, that he would take an ass whooping from Mike Tyson in an exhibition, but he's never competed in a sport that he trains around year-round religiously. And then the guy that he actually got in the ring with, that he's trying to get credit for, was a guy that did not spar Mike Tyson like he claimed. That was all cap. But his actual box rec was 7-14 with 2 draws. This guy has been beat up multiple times, and out of his 7 wins, he only knocked out 3 people. He was a kickboxing champion, and he's going to bring up his kickboxing altercation that he had with this guy and try to perpetrate it as a boxing match. And he was dazed by this guy, and you mean to tell me you were dazed by this guy and you think you finna go out there and beat Mike Tyson? Right now, I wish that fight could happen. I'd go put a grand on Mike Tyson in a boxing match where you can't kick and use your athleticism. Mike Tyson would destroy you. This is the kickboxer that he tried to perpetrate as Godzilla, that he lost his exhibition match to.
That'd be like a trophy for me.
Have you been knocked out in the ring?
No,
Never.
never.
Okay.
I got close. I got close, and I learned my lessons early on. Like you learn the best lessons from, those defeats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember this dude, man. Oh, a guy he fought Tyson too. Demetrius Oaktree Edwards. Yep, this dude, man, that was the closest to being knocked out I ever had. And this long, I was young, I was slick, and I was like, Demetrius Edwards, man, he would hit people in the body. You could hear it across the arena. This dude had one of the hardest lefts. And so I was fighting him in Great Gorge, New Jersey. And I was like, I'm going to slick this guy. I would be riding his punches back, right? Because I was faster. So he would throw that jab out. As soon as it's coming back, I'm on him, right? And what happened is there was a bunch of girls up in like the balcony area that was like screaming for me and everything, right? And so I was trying to be all slick, like looking at my man from like the periphery, being like this, like catching like I'm not even looking at him. And he doubled a jab up, and I thought that hand was coming back, and I ran into the second one. Bow! My friends that were there clown me to this day because I started to go down. And I grabbed an imaginary ladder as I was going down, right? And they said I had a look on my face like this, like I was smirking, and I went like this, and I was down here, and the referee was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, and he said, they said I stood up. I can barely remember because everything was like blurry. He said I stood up, and what I do remember is when he said, "You okay? You okay to continue?" And they said I had the same smirk on my face, and I went like this. But I remember I said I was okay, but not okay to continue. But he said go, and I literally ran around that. I ran away, not no slick shit. I mean like this. It was the most embarrassing shit that ever happened to me. But that's Demetrius Oaktree Edwards, who was one of Tyson's sparring partners. And this is when I was like, I was like 19, 20, something like that.
I mean, let's just take a moment to point out that this man's nickname is Oak Tree.
Yeah. And he looked like an oak tree. He looked like an oak tree. Yeah, Demetrius Oaktree Edwards. You pull it, and he did martial arts as well. But he was a boxer. I don't know if he fought Tyson. I know he sparred. But I know they fought at one time.
Yeah.